So we're back at this 1920s bungalow, which we are completely redoing inside, and we are going to be going over the plumbing, electric, and the water issues that we have kind of come into contact with this past week and a half. So let's go on inside and let's go over the plumbing and electrical first. I wonder who's here, and I think it's the electricians. Let's just see what they're doing. That's it. We'll just watch them work. Hi, Will. I have something which is actually news to our videographer, but it's good news. So the old electrical panel here, we were going to keep in this location. However, we actually are going to make it bigger because we're doing more stuff in this house, adding an extra bathroom and adding a washer and dryer, adding better electricity. So we need actually this panel to become bigger. Per code, you need 36 inches above the panel, 36 inches below, nothing going on below it, and you need 30 inches around it. So we can't have it here. We have to move it. And the electrician came by and said, okay, we're just gonna place it in the hallway. That makes this whole area open to whatever the homeowner wants to do. And I think they're going to want to extend the cabinetry to make it a galley kitchen because it is not bearing on any ceiling joists up here. So I believe once we're gonna, talk it and oodle over it a little bit, we're gonna knock this sucker down, and then we can actually have like a beautiful galley kitchen in this 1920s bungalow. So that is the idea. We're gonna talk about it first and then get cabinet drawings. What would you do if you had this option to take this away? You have a beautiful apron sink here. Do you want this just to be a wall, or would you want it to open up and have more countertop space? Remember, this is going to be a laundry area over here, so just think about it. Do you want to have it separate, or would you like to be open and then you have the laundry that you can see from the kind of dining room area? Just something to think about. We're gonna bring that question up to the clients and see what their opinions would be. So let's go in here, show you what's been going on with the bathroom. So we have a hallway bath here, which is actually starting to come along. I guess last time you saw it, you hadn't seen the subfloor on the floor, but now it's here, and you don't see underneath in the crawl space or in the limited crawl space. We now have plumbing stubbed up and we have electric roughed in. So you see that we have, this is a vanity light switch, this is a can fan combo switch, and that's gonna go to the can fan that is in the tub shower. So let me show you the lay of the land in the hallway bath. You gotta open the door. You're gonna see a beautiful vanity here that we're gonna wash our hands in. Actually, we're not gonna do that first. We're gonna go to the toilet, use the toilet, flush the toilet, use the vanity, and then we can admire our beautiful tub shower over here. And we've already chosen the tile, which is amazing, and I think it's gonna make it look like a dollhouse. But on this side, we have the master bathroom, and we're gonna walk on over here. So the master bathroom, we're gonna open the door this way. You're gonna have a toilet unfortunately, we have a toilet right when you walk in. It just is what it is with this old house. This is the only location that we could have it with adding a wall. We're gonna have the toilet here, a beautiful 60-inch vanity, which we've already used at another client's house, and it looks pretty high class, and they got it on the steel from Home Depot. So this is going to be that. Pick out some mirrors, 2 vanity lights above, and then a walk-in shower here, which is going to be the highlight, of course, of the bathroom. And you have a beautiful window, which we were able to keep in here, which I am very, very happy with. I am noticing something while we're walking through, and this is why walking through at this stage is a good thing. We have framed everything else up, except we forgot to frame the niche size. So I think we're going to obviously start in the middle, but go a little wider because it's a 58-inch, 55-inch wide shower. So we're going to not make it super teeny as a niche, but we're gonna make it longer. We need to make sure that that's on the list to do next week before we put drywall up and everything, and tile and all that stuff. So I'm gonna go talk to the electricians really quick about a few things because we got a lot of water issues underneath the house or around the house. So we need to figure out a way to get that water out. And an idea is to actually use a sump pump system. And we've been asked to put a couple of outlets either underneath the house or at the edges of the crawl space so that they can in the future put a sump pump if they want to. So I'm just gonna go and ask to see if they're gonna do that now or if they're gonna do it when they come back. But I got to see where they're at. Oh look, here, it's the attic stairs. They were installed last week. And this is one thing that we were waiting on. So everyone is very happy to have attic stairs. They don't have to bring their own stairs. So they've got, oh, this beauty. Super easy. Will, are you guys still putting later the outlets for the sump pump stuff? That's fine. So that time we can have it specified and everything. So that conversation went well, and we're pretty good on electric. So let's walk outside so we can see what the ground looks like, and we kind of explain why we've got a moisture issue outside. The roofer is here as well because they are going to be putting a vent pipe cover on the roof where the plumbers put their vent pipe through the roof. They put a little pin, and he's actually doing the pipe outside on the roof, so they have like the shingles, so there's no leakage. So that's a good thing. You've probably seen this from our videos as to what this porch looks like, and no, it does not look pretty. However, this is something that we have to figure out a solve for as to, okay, is this all kind of, has it stopped moving? Can we build on top of it? Can we make it really pretty? We're gonna figure that out. However, the slope of everything, that's where a lot of the water is coming into the crawl space because of the slope. So we have to figure that out before we're able to, you know, close up things. We had a foundation guy come over here to look, actually we had 2 different foundation guys to look at everything, and he did say that this is an area where water is going into the crawl space, and we had to figure that out. There's also another area that we noticed, and the CMU wall here, or the cinder blocks down here, they weren't punctured through yet, but then the plumbers, this is where we're going to have the instant gas water heater, so they had to put the plumbing down here. And so it made like a slope. So we're trying to figure out, okay, what's the main culprit of all the water? And then what can we just kind of do with either a French drain or exterior landscaping? Yeah, there's water issues outside. We're gonna get those fixed. However, let's talk about the exterior lighting, because that's also something while the electricians are here for this today and also next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, we need to make sure that that's put on their purview to get done as well. And we're gonna be putting dusk to dawn lights on the exterior. We wanna specify where those are gonna be. We have to figure out which light fixtures are gonna be as well so the client can approve of them. We're at the back of the house right now, and we have, the back of the house already has two lights on the exterior, but we're gonna be moving them. This one's gonna stay right there because I think that placement is perfectly fine. We're gonna get rid of this one, and where the door opening is, we're gonna put a light next to the door because it's nice to have a door light. When you're going up from your car with groceries, the light's already on, very, very helpful. And then you also, when you drive your car up here, you're gonna have a dusk to dawn light up here, so it's already gonna be on at night. So it's just a little safety factor, but it'd be nice to have it. And then on either side of the house, we're gonna put one dusk to dawn light just so that in passing, it looks really nice at night. That's where that's gonna go. And then we also have 2 original lights on the front of the house that we will obviously change the light fixtures out, but those will also be dusk to dawn, and it'll be like a little dollhouse because all of them will match as well. So how do you think it's coming along? Do you like the process so far? What are your opinions? Let me know, let us know, because you know, we're always trying to figure out what you guys think. What would you guys do to this house? Are we doing something that you love? Would you do something different? Put it in notes below. It's time for me to leave this time, so bye.